Benjamin Britten was born in Lowestoft, England on November 22nd, 1913, and he died in Aldeburgh on December 4th, 1976. He was an English composer, conductor, and pianist. He showed talent from an early age. His mother encouraged him to learn the piano and the viola. He learned to play the piano at age 2 and composed his first piece at age 5. At the age of 11, he was discovered by Frank Bridge, an English composer and teacher. Bridge gave Britten a foundation on which to base his creativity. Britten later studied under John Ireland and Arthur Benjamin at the Royal College of Music in London. While still a student, he wrote his official Opus 1, the Sinfonietta for chamber ensemble, and the Fantasy Quartet for oboe and string trio. At a rehearsal for A Boy Was Born in 1933, Britten met Peter Pears. They created a lifelong personal and professional relationship. Many of Britten's solo songs, choral, and operatic works feature the tenor voice, and Pears was the designated soloist at many of their premieres. From about 1935 until the beginning of World War II, Britten did a great deal of composing for the GPO film unit. During this period, he met and worked frequently with the poet W. H. Auden, who provided texts for numerous songs as well as complete scripts for which Britten provided the music. Britten found himself in the United States along with Pears, and they stayed there for 3 more years, returning to Britain in 1942. In America, he produced a number of important works, among them the Orchestral Sinfonia de Requiem, the song cycle Les Illuminations for high voice and strings, and his violin concerto. In March 1942, Benjamin Britten and Pears set sail for England, completing Hymn to Saint Cecilia and a ceremony of carols during the voyage. In 1943, he composed Rejoice in the Lamb. In the following year, he settled in Snape, Suffolk, where he owned a country home and started working on Peter Grimes. 2 years later, in June 1945, Peter Grimes opened in London with Pears and Cross in the lead roles. It was hailed as truly the first successful British opera since Gilbert and Sullivan. In the following years, Britten composed one major work after another, among them the operas Billy Budd, Gloriana, The Turn of a Screw, A Midsummer Night's Dream, Death in Venice, and the famous War Requiem. Britten's later career was clouded by his ill health. He suffered from heart disease, and he never fully recovered from open heart surgery in 1973, and he died in 1976 at the age of 63, a few months after being appointed a life peer, the first composer ever to know that honor. The piece I've included for you to listen to is A Ceremony of Carols, Opus 7, Number 5, Friday Afternoons.